Hi everyone, and welcome to today's morning yoga stretch series. Today's class will be a little bit more challenging because we will focus on building strength. So let's get right into it. We start in table pose. So come to all fours. Press into your hands, press the tops of your feet down. And then extend your right leg behind you. Lift it up so it's in one line with your hips. And then extend your left arm to the front. Pull your belly button in and reach through your right heel and your left fingertips. It's okay if you wobble. Then bring your knee and your hand back down. Same on the other side. Extend your left leg behind you. Lift it up so it's in one line with your hip. And then reach your right arm forward as if you would shake someone's hand. Again, engage the core. And then reach your left heel back and your right hand to the front. You can gaze down on the mat or gently in front. Then bring your hand and knee back down. Tuck your toes. Lift your hips up high to downward facing dog. We don't stay here for a long time. So just quickly warm up your hamstrings, bending one knee and then the other. Then quickly look at your hands and make sure that you press down through all four corners of your hand and that your middle finger reach to the front. And then roll forward to a plank pose. And we stay here for a little bit. Just a few breaths. Pull the belly button in. Stay strong in your upper body. Don't let your hips lower down. And then roll over to the right side of your feet. Lift your left arm up to a side plank. If this is too much for you, you can lower the right knee down here and come to this modified side plank. Reach up, reach your hips up. Then lower your hand back down. Come back to plank pose. And then roll over onto the left sides of your feet and reach your right arm up for side plank on the other side. Again, reach your hips up and to the front. Then come back to your plank pose. Lower your knees down and rest in child's pose for a moment. Then slowly come back up and come back to downward facing dog. Just for a moment. Then look between your hands. Step your right foot to the inside of the right hand. Pivot the left heel down and come up to warrior two pose. Maybe adjust your stand a little bit. Lower your hips down so that your thigh is almost parallel to the mat. Bring your torso over your pelvis and extend your arms to the sides. Feel the little burn in your right thigh. Quickly check your knee and make sure that your knee is over your ankle. So you should be able to see your right big toe. And when it's your next inhale, you reverse your warrior. Reach the right arm up and back. Lengthen the torso on both sides. Stay strong in your right thigh. I know it burns. Then come back to warrior two. Reach your right arm forward and then bring it down onto the mat on the inside of your right foot and reach the left arm up high to a side angle pose. You can also bring your right elbow onto your thigh if this feels better. Reach up and open up your chest and maybe even reach to the front of the mat. And then lower both of your hands back down and step back to downward facing dog. That feels good. Let's do the same on the other side. Look between your hands and step your left foot to the inside of the left hand and come up to your warrior two. Find a good position here with your legs because you know we will stay here for quite a bit. Reach your arms forward, relax your shoulders down. And then inhale, reverse your warrior. Left arm goes up and to the back. Your right hand can rest gently on your right thigh. Come back to warrior two. Reach the left arm forward until you hinge at the hip and bring your left hand down on the mat. And reach the right arm up to the ceiling. Open up your chest here. And again, you can bring your forearm down on your thigh and also reach your arm forward. Then bring both hands down on the mat. Step back to downward facing dog. Two more poses. I know today is a little bit more difficult. Then walk both of your feet forward to a forward bend. And then slowly roll up to standing. Our next pose will be chair pose. So bring your feet together. Your thighs should touch. Reach your arms up high. Bring your arms next to your ears. Reach up. And then exhale, sit down to chair pose. And make sure to tuck your pelvis. So what I like to think is to bring my hip down towards the heels. So don't stick the booty back out, but rather down towards your heels. Then reach your arms up high. Pull the belly in. Feel this burn in your thighs again. And then slowly start to lower and get lower and lower and lower until you sit down on your butt. And we lift our feet up right away to boat pose. For boat pose, you have a couple of options here. You can either leave your feet down on the mat, or you lift them up so that your shins are parallel to the mat, or you can extend both of your legs. You can also let go of your legs so that you just stay here. And the last modification is that you grab your big toes and extend your legs for boat pose. Then wherever you are, bring your feet down on the mat and lay back down. Extend your legs and your arms next to you. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale and sigh out. Savasana. You can stay here for as long as you want, or come up to a seated position. Bring your hands to a prayer in front of your heart. Thanks for practicing with me today. Namaste.